Anyway, my point was that a tall post player, more than likely the forwards in the key that are an offensive threat, really can't dribble at times. They're not going to be able to guard you. They're slower and they can't dribble. Okay? That's their weakness. So as guards, we want to expose their weakness. So whenever we see them dribbling, or let's say they're stuck with the ball somewhere, and like say they got the rebound and they can't dribble it all the way to the other end of the court, and we're playing, let's say we're pressing them, full court pressing them. Yeah, let's get on them, right? Let's make them dribble or pass it, right? We could do that to them while they're on the other side of the court as well. So essentially, that's all I'm saying is, like, it's sort of like we as guards have to maximize our strengths and then minimize our weaknesses as much as we can. And as a team, you can do that. You can strategize ways to beat the bigger teams, scout them out, find their flaws, predict their offenses, their plays, predict their defenses, evaluate each player's athletic ability, what are their strengths and weaknesses, who's in really great condition, who's not. All these factors go into organized basketball, and that's how it's different than just pickup basketball, right? So anyways, the other point I wanted to make was that I was always taught not to feel sorry for anybody that competes with you. Let's say a team, right? I was reading in a book one time about a coach, let's say a player. She was talking about her playing days, and she had, like, her boyfriend wanted to play one-on-one with her, and, like, she was talking about how, well, he stepped on the court with me, right? And she said that she, like, pretty much schooled him. And she scored on, or I don't know what she did. She defensed him up. She didn't just let him win, right? And sort of her friends were like, "Why did you do that? Why didn't you just play for fun or whatever?" But she was always taught, like, even as a young kid, as a girl or a young person, that anyone that steps on the court with you is making a statement, right? They're saying, well, I'm gonna win, you're gonna lose, right? So no matter who steps on the court with you, it's sort of making a statement. Like, it is a game, but at the same time, it's kind of like, how serious do you want to take that? Like, everybody that steps on the court with you is competing with you. That's what they're saying, right? That you agree to play a game of basketball against somebody. Let's say it's one-on-one, whatever it is. They're agreeing to compete and saying, there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a certain outcome, and there's going to be a loser, right? And do you accept that challenge? Are you willing to lose and walk away a loser, or be a good sport about it, right? At least if you lose fairly, shake hands and walk away, right? Or are you going to be a winner? Are you going to that's basically it. And so she just told her friend, she's like, yeah, well, he agreed to play, and so I just competed against him, and it didn't matter who it was, right? She was going to compete. And so I kind of took that as, like, maybe too seriously. But yeah, so, like, when I get on the court, I don't look at it as fun. I don't look at it as, I'm going to have fun today, and I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to make friends, right? No, it's not like that. With me, it's like, it's a statement. Somebody really is saying, I'm better than you. I can shoot better than you. I can out-dribble you. I can out-hustle you. You're a loser, or you're not as fast as me. You're not as strong as me, right? So this is what somebody is saying, whether it's a female or a male. And it's serious, right? This is how competitive sports have taught me, and that's sort of like how I take basketball into my life now. Like, I transfer the basketball sort of teachings that taught me how to work on a team and how critical it is to think about your team first before we think about ourselves, in that aspect. So there's so many good lessons, so much good in sports that we can learn, right? I especially like to watch Max Holloway, from Y&I, when he fights in the UFC, because like you could tell he loves to fight, right? I wouldn't say he loves to take hits, but maybe he does. I don't know. He might love to take hits too, like to the face, to the gut, get kicked, get hit, right? But he looks at it really as a sport. Like, he's definitely a sportsman, right? Like, he will get all mangled in the face, right? Punched in the face and just bloodied up and head injuries and swollen jaw, swollen face, swollen everything. And then afterwards, he'll walk up to his opponent, whether he won or lost the fight, right? And he'll shake their hand and he'll give them aloha and he'll like, hey, great fight, great fight. And that's what I admire about him, is just like, he'll take hits, he'll take his losses, and he'll take his wins. And but he'll compete really hard. Like, during his fights, he's not joking around. Like, he's serious. Like, he's not gonna be he's gonna make his opponent respect him, right? Just by the way he fights. In that way. So he wins in that sense, right? So anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about the sort of the psychology of winning and losing, and being a good sport, and what sports taught me. Sports taught me so much for life. I think that's why sort of athletes are sort of favored in schools and universities, is because we are disciplining ourselves, we're disciplining our bodies. There's so much that goes into it. I wouldn't say we're favored. I think there's a lot of, I think we just have higher standards too. Like, we're student athletes. We have to go to class and we have to study and put in just as much effort as our classmates. And that's sort of competitive too, right? Going to class and learning and getting test scores and passing tests and this sort of thing, and studying and being able to work on a team. Like, it's all has to do with being sort of like a good sportswoman. Anyway, so those are just some of the points I wanted to make. Next time I'll have more sort of like, I just want to send these little snippets. I don't want them to be that long. But it's just knowledge and stuff that I've learned that perhaps could help you. But like I said, my coach nominated me for All West Coast Conference. That was our conference. Honorable mention. There was a first team, there was a second team, and he nominated me for honorable mention. So you can achieve it, and then I got a full ride scholarship later. I did, and I was recruited by Division I schools in high school. I just had some personal things going on in my life that sort of got in the way. I guess I could talk about that later, but my parents went through a divorce my senior year, so I transferred high schools, and we were just really poor. I wasn't eating. I was really hungry all the time. And stuff like that. So anyway, not fun, right? So anyway, I did my best. I did what I could do. But like I said, so these drills that I'm showing you, they will help you. They will help you. They will help you succeed. They will help your team succeed. They're great habits to have, and I guarantee you'll have success with them. So thanks for listening to these videos. I will make more. If you have any questions or want to talk more about any of these any of these points I've made, just let me know. Maybe write it down. If you have any questions, please ask me. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Just let your mom know or whoever, and contact me and I can answer for you. But I just come up with these sort of like things like, I have all this knowledge. Why don't I share it? A lot of high school players don't make it to college, whatever level, Division 1, 2, 3. They don't make it to the pros. They don't make it to the European leagues. They don't make it to the D League, which is like where all the NBA sort of like, it's like a transition league between college and the NBA. It's called the D League. A lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people can't even make that. That's really competitive as well. So there's all these sort of levels, and but it's organized basketball. So anyway, I'm excited for you and your journey. Just have fun. At the end of the day, it's just a sport. It's not life or death. It can seem like it is. It can get really aggressive, and it can feel like really it's a lot of effort and training. But there's more to life than basketball. But just take all the lessons and all the like all the lessons that you learn from sports, and you can apply it to life. Life has so many scenarios where you can use the same sort of lessons and perseverance that you learn in sports and in basketball to life. Like, just apply it to your life, and you won't regret it at all. Like, I sometimes I think maybe I should just look at life as a game. Like, it's just a game. It's not that serious. It's really, it's serious, but it's not that serious. So anyway, all right. Good luck to you. Hope you have a great career. I hope you have a great high school career. Hope you have a great summer. Summer's coming up. You could do all you can, to get those looks from college recruiters, because they're going to be watching. I look forward to hopefully coming to some of your games and cheering for you guys. And yeah. All right. Well, I will see you guys later. Aloha.